Jennifer here. This is part 2 of our neck and shoulder practice today. So hopefully we're going to begin in some standing up poses. So before you take this class, it's around 30 minutes long. Please make sure that you've warmed up and done some cats and cows, seated twist, some recline twist just to get your spine and back ready so you don't hurt yourself. So we'll begin in the second practice by coming to our mat. We're going to bring one foot out in front, left foot forward, back foot would be your right foot, and we're going to come down for a runner's lunge. So you may have to scooch that foot around, really pushing back with that right thigh. Gaze goes forward. Might be a good place for some blocks, and if you don't have blocks, you know, a soup can or a cracker box can work miracles here. So if this is not comfortable for you, you might want to widen your stance. Bring in your feet closer to the wide edges of your mat. And then we're going to come up with our hands on our hips. And you can stop right here because this is a gentle Hatha class, so this might be your limit, and that's okay. But if you want to take it a little further, you can bring your arms up to the sky. Maybe bringing hands together, finger pointed up like those Charlie Angels fingers. Charlie's Angels, remember those girls? Breathing in and out. Then we're going to drop that back heel into that warrior one foot. So your back heel will be at a 90-degree angle, kind of catty-cornered the back of your mat. Make sure your hips are pointed forward like headlights. And then we're going to let those arms go. We're going to bring them out in front of us, okay? And then we're going to peel that right arm back. A little bit of a twist here. Then arms go back up. And then this time, when you bring them forward, you're going to peel that left arm back in a twist. You should feel that in your shoulder. This is a neck and shoulder practice. Arms back up. And then let's bring our arms down for warrior two, so palms facing down, and then we have to shimmy our feet as if they're on the same railroad tie. So you want your back foot, the back of your front foot to be parallel with the middle of your back foot, okay? Gaze should be over those front fingers. Breathing, smiling if you can. Then you're going to flip your front palm, scooping the air up to exalt your warrior. Breathing in and out. Then coming back to warrior two arms. Then we're going to bring that front elbow down on our knee. And then our arm is going to sweep forward above our head. And a big, long side body stretch. And then we'll bring those arms back out into warrior two arms. And then this time we're going to clasp those arms behind our back. Scooching your shoulders back so your heart is open. Shoulder blades coming close together. Gaze goes up. And then slowly we're going to start to forward fold. Those hands will be near your back. And when you get to your edge, you can bring those hands off of your back. This is called humbling your warrior. The big, deep shoulder stretch as well as a really grounding stretch for your legs. Breathing in and out. Hands come back down to your low back. Coming back up, hands on hips, and then we're going to turn that foot in so that we have our feet on the long edges of our mat. Okay? Then arms come out long, and then sweep up, and then we're going to swan dive, flipping our palms out. We're going to swan dive slowly, leading with our heart all the way down. Hands can go on your legs or down to the ground, and just letting your head hang, your neck and shoulders. Breathing in and out. You know, the neck and the shoulders, they're the symbols for the horoscope sign of Taurus. So we could call this a Taurus practice. Very grounding, but focusing on our neck and shoulders. Breathing in and out. Then we're going to walk those hands over to the left. Should feel a big stretch in the back of that left leg. We'll walk through center over to the right, that same stretch in the right leg. Breathing in and out. Hands back to center. And this time we're going to plant that left hand down in front of us, and we're going to sweep that right arm up in a twist, reaching for the sky. And then if you'd like to take it a little further, you can take that arm and bind it behind your back, looking over your shoulder, really pushing that shoulder up and away. Breathing in and out. Arm comes back up, back to the earth, sweeping up for the other side. Binding if you like, really pulling that shoulder up, gaze goes up. Breathing in and out. Then we're going to bring that arm up and then back down. We'll walk those hands to the opposite edge of the mat, setting up for runner's lunge on the other leg. You want your front leg to be 90 degrees. Might have to scooch those back toes back, really sinking into that left thigh. Gaze goes forward as if you're getting ready to take off in a race. But instead of that, we're going to come up, hands on hips. Breathing. Then arms up for crescent lunge. Beautiful. You're doing a great job. Then we'll swing that left arm down into a twist. Breathing in and out. Arms back up for crescent lunge. Right arm sweeps down into a twist. Breathing. You're doing an excellent job. This is really hard. And if you're shaking, just know your muscles are growing. You're doing such good things for your body here. Arms back up. And then we're going to drop that back heel. And we're going to lower our arms back down into warrior two arms. So looking down at your feet, you want that back heel to be like at a catty corner toward your mat. You might want to widen your stance, bringing that front leg a little forward, making sure you have a good bend in your knee, right? And then we're going to take those hands behind our back, maybe even looking up for just a second. Breathing in, and on the exhale, coming down to humble our warrior Feeling really strong, equal weight between both feet. Big shoulder stretch here. Breathing in and out. Knowing you can sigh it away at any time. Maybe this is a good place. Breathing in, sigh it away. Hands come back down to low back. Slowly, with control, raising back up. And then we're going to bring our hands back to our hips and looking at our feet again. We want to rearrange them so they come to the same line as if you're standing on a railroad tie. That back foot is going to be parallel to the back of your mat. Front toes forward. And then we're going to turn our hips forward into, oh no, we're going into Warrior Two, I'm sorry. So we're going to sweep our arms out into Warrior Two arms. Good bend in the front knee, making sure you can see your big toe. Good job. And then we're going to scoop our hands up, exalting our warrior. Breathing, feeling that big stretch in your left thigh. Breathing in and out. Windmilling our arms back to Warrior Two arms. Then bringing that front elbow down on your knee. Swinging that left arm up for a big long side body stretch. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Then we're going to bring our hands to the top of the mat, back into your runners, and you can step, hop, skip, however you need to get there to the top of your mat and forward fold. Your feet will be about hip width distance apart, gentle bend in your knees to protect your knees. And just letting your head hang down for a moment. You can take your hands and bring them together in ragdoll arms. Maybe some gentle rocking or swaying here would feel good. Remembering to breathe. Hands back to the mat. Then slowly walk your hands up to flat back. And then slowly moving with your core, using your core to lift you all the way up. Reverse swan dive, reaching, gentle back bend, smiling. Look at you in your practice today. You should be so proud. Breath in and out. One more time. In, and on the exhale, we're going to swan dive slowly, leading with our heart all the way down, back to forward fold. Then we'll bring one foot back and then the other into plank. And then you can decide, you can come all the way down or come knees, chest and chin. Coming up for baby cobra, maybe bringing your hands off the mat just to let your low back do the work. And then we're going to push up through table, legs come wide on the mat, dropping our forehead down into child's pose. This is a good place, if you haven't done so yet, to set an intention for your practice or to remind yourself how you'd like to feel or what you'd like to get out of your practice today. Just sinking down, maybe rocking on your third eye, swaying your hips, whatever feels good to you. Remembering to breathe. And we're going to bring our fingertips up on spider tip fingers. And then we're going to walk those hands over to the left. Big side body stretch on the right side. Breathing into that side body, sending the breath there as you stretch. Then back through center and over to the other side. Breathing into that stretch, sending that breath there. Coming back through center, back up to tabletop, getting your table set up, making sure your fingers are spread wide like starfish, curling your back toes, and then pushing up into downward dog, walking your heels, walking your dog, feeling a good hamstring stretch. Remembering that if your heel can touch the earth, you want to back up your stance just a little bit more. You want room to grow, to really push into that downward dog. You want to zip up through the middle, thighs touching, squeezing, belly tight, getting the most from this pose. Breathing. Coming forward into plank. In your version of chaturanga, down and back up for whatever up dog you like. Looking over one shoulder and then the other. And pushing back up through table and back into your downward dog. Then we're going to walk, hop, or skip to the top of our mat, forward fold. Making sure you have a bend in your knees to protect them. And in forward fold, you might try tipping forward just a little bit on the front two corners of your feet, which would be right under your big toe and right under your pinky toe. Might help you to fold forward just a little bit more. And if you want to take it further, you can bring your hands behind your legs, dropping your head, just letting it hang. Breathing. Hands back to the mat. Walking one foot back and then the other into your plank. Holding here, 10, 9, you can do it, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we're coming all the way down onto our belly, untucking our toes. Bringing our gaze over to the left. And then we're going to take that right arm and tee it out beside us. Using our left hand coming up next to our shoulder. We're going to raise our left foot to the sky. And then using that left hand, we're going to push our body all the way over to a nice shoulder stretch. Doesn't that feel good? Oh my gosh, you can bring that hand even a little bit closer. You can really feel that stretch into that shoulder. You can do this standing as well, up against a wall. Just breathing. so your shoulder opens up. And then coming back down to your belly. We'll set up for the other side. Left arm tees out. Left cheek to the mat. Right arm up, elbow up. Right knee bends, foot to the sky. And then using that hand to help push you all the way over onto that shoulder, maybe bringing your hand a little bit closer into your body. Feeling a really good stretch here. Breathing. And we're going to use that hand to help walk us back down, knee back down, back onto our belly. Forehead to the mat. Arms down by our side. And just sinking down for a minute. And then we'll start to come up, bringing our head and neck up and raising our arms up. Locust arms, and then possibly your feet as well into full locust. Shaking's good. Breathing. Beautiful job. Coming back down. This time we'll bring our arms out long. This is like locust, gazes forward. But this one we call Superman. So we'll bring our arms up first, and then our legs. See why we call it Superman? Breathing. And then back down to the earth. And just rest your head on your hands for a moment. Just taking a rest. And then we'll push up through table, coming back around to seated on your mat. Okay, so here you're seated with your knees bent. You tilt your spine back just a little bit, so it's kind of like you're tipped on your low back, just a little. Bringing your arms out. This is just a little bit of core work, really good for you. And so this might be, if you feel your belly shake, this might be as far as you go. But then you can test it and see, can I put my boat feet up? Because this is boat pose. And if one foot will go up, can you bring the other one up? Breathing into this. Big breath in and out. And then slowly, slowly, slowly start to lower down in canoe, but not to the earth yet. Holding 3, 2, 1, and then all the way down. Big breath in, sigh it away. You deserve it. That was hard. Hard, hard work. Then let's bend our knees, bringing our knees up to the sky, feet on the earth. We're going to bring that left leg to cross the right into figure 4. And we'll take our left hand and push that knee away, feeling a gentle stretch in your hip. We have to do a few hip poses, even if this is neck and shoulders, right? Oh, feels good. And then we're going to bring that right foot in the air, taking our hands and threading them through to the back of that right leg, flexing your right foot as if you're pushing it away to the sky. And then experimenting. You can pull that right leg towards you. You'll feel a big stretch in your hip. You might bend that right knee. That left hip might be singing right now, saying, oh, what a stretch. But it feels good. Breathing, letting that breath go. And then we're going to let that leg go back down to the earth, but keeping your legs crossed. We're going to bring our arms out into a T. And then we'll drop those legs still crossed over to the left, gaze to the right. IT band stretch here. You should feel it near your right hip. Breathing in and out. And then back through center. And then we'll drop those legs down the other direction. Wherever they fall is fine. Gaze to the left. You might even bring your hand on that knee. Push it down just a little bit more. Just breathing, enjoying the stretch. When we stretch like this, it gets our digestion moving. It helps all of the fluid in our body move around. Really good for our lymph system, all of our lymph fluid moving around. Lymphatic system is what it's called. That stretch felt so good, I forgot. Let's back up to center. We'll switch the crossing our legs. This time the right foot going over the left knee. And we'll take that right hand and push that knee away, feeling a stretch in that hip. Breathing in and out. Then we'll raise that left foot off of the ground, threading our arms through to reach behind it. This is reclined pigeon, and then experimenting with bending that knee, maybe some gentle rocking, feeling that other hip open up. Your body is amazing what it can do. Every time we go into this stretch, I just think, wow. It just feels really good. And then we'll release that foot back down to the earth. Arms stretch out again. We'll drop those feet crossed just like they are over to the left, our gaze to the right. Breathing in and out. Knowing that breath is available for you at any time. Coming back through center. Over to the other side, gaze goes to the left. Feeling that IT band stretch. Big breath in and out. Coming out of that. And crossing your legs and letting them snake down the mat, bringing your arms down long. Setting up for your Shavasana. This is your resting space. Taking the time to let your body relax. Finding space between your breaths and your thoughts. And just spending 5 to 10 minutes in this relaxed resting pose, just letting the earth cradle you. And this is where you'll want to turn the video off while you take your Shavasana. And when you're done, I'll be waiting for you. of Shavasana, coming into easy Sukhasana pose. So we focused on our neck and our shoulders in both parts of this series, hoping to bring you a little relaxation. You know, a lot of people are working from home right now and are on their computer a lot, or even if you're not working, you might be on your computer or phone a lot. And these movements can help with that text neck. You know, just bring your shoulders up, back and down, and some shoulder rolls. Feels really nice, maybe going the other way. So I'm calling this practice today the Taurus practice, because the shoulders and the neck, they are the body parts that are represented by the zodiac sign Taurus, and you might already know that I'm an astrologer. So we're getting ready to head into Taurus season later this month, so the last part of April and into May. And we also have a planet in Taurus, Uranus is there right now. And so if you follow my videos, come to Seeing Stars Astrology, and you'll see some of my forecast videos, and I have one about Taurus there. And I'm going to give a little bit of an update about the Taurus energy. So you'll find this video, of course, on the Elemental Om website as well. So please like and subscribe. Pamela D. Quinn, our dear mother of Elemental Om. And then like and subscribe Seeing Stars Astrology to learn a little bit about astrology with me. So together, let's bring our hands to Anjali Mudra. Let's close our eyes. Big breath in and out. I hope you've enjoyed this practice today. I do this work with my heart. I truly love to teach yoga. I love for all of us to get that feeling, and I hope you've been able to relax and remember your mantra, your intention that you set for today. Return to that feeling. Let that wash over you like a cloak as we finish our practice. And bringing our hands to third eye center, let's bow together and say namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much for your practice today, for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that you like to practice yoga, and if you don't, maybe this is new for you. You know, yoga is something that anybody can do, any shape, any size. I'm a testament to that. So anyway, let me know your comments. Let me know what you think. If there's something you would like to practice, some poses you would like to try, I'm happy to incorporate those. And like I said, visit my parent yoga studio, Elemental Om. You'll find some good yoga classes there from some of my yogi friends, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.